Football is back. And football is back with a bang. Yeah. Southampton 2, Wrexham 1, EFL Championship, opening weekend. And I'm just sat here still shaking my head. Before we get into this one, people, make sure you smash the like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, get this subscriber count up for me. We're on the road to 2K, and get in the comment section your thoughts on the game, the thoughts on the tactics, the thoughts on what you saw. I'm really interested to know Wrexham fans' opinions. It's a mixed one for me. It's a mixed one. Do not get me wrong. People will look at this scoreline and go, "Whoa, that's a late win from Southampton. Absolute robbery. How do they do that? Unbelievable scenes." But if we were to be really honest, that result was coming today, in my opinion. And I'm going to tell you why. From minute 0 to 35, for me, Wrexham had a game plan that was brilliant, that was tough to play against, and was causing havoc. A side that was playing into big Kiefer Moore as the target man. Windass running the show. O'Brien busy. And Danny Ward playing forward quickly when he could. And that Southampton defence didn't know how to handle Kiefer and Josh Windass, who, by the way, for me, had both exceptional debuts for Wrexham today. But Southampton had this spell in the last 10 minutes where Wrexham hung on, had to ride away, and did so. But the second half for me was unacceptable. Unacceptable in the sense of inviting constant pressure, inviting the threat and attack of Southampton. At one stage in the game, it was 90% possession to Southampton, 10% to Wrexham. The inevitable was going to happen. But what I didn't imagine is that the inevitable goals were going to come that late on. What I also didn't imagine that it was going to have to be a worldy free kick to pull them level. Both goals for Southampton were just a joke. But there's so much more that's happened. Let's get into some of the key moments. Look, Wrexham could have had this game sealed and done in the first couple of first half. Connor Cody, the biggest chance 7 minutes in, 6 yards out, ball comes across him, he's free, blares it over the bar, has to score. Windass hits the crossbar from a right-footed curling effort outside the box. And then the other one, Lewis Brunt, with a header that he puts over the bar as well. Chances in the first half were there. Southampton had one massive chance. Danny Ward comes into action and denies Ryan Fraser. And by the way, Danny Ward, though he's conceded 2 goals today, for me was one of the best players on the pitch for Wrexham. Commanding, great shot stopping, an all-round great debut as well from Danny Ward. Connor Cody also cleared one off the line after Southampton hit the post and the rebound fell to him. But apart from that, not too many Southampton chances, unlike those big chances that Wrexham missed. Come to the second half, and it was all about the substitutes in both teams. The substitution of Kiefer Moore because of his injury was a massive turning point. Kiefer Moore clearly going to be an integral part of this Wrexham side. The target man, the hold-up man, the man that can run and stretch in behind, the focal point for Wrexham. As soon as he went off, and interestingly, Smith, who had played 0 pre-season minutes, came on. I thought this is going to be interesting. And the whole dynamic changed. Wrexham couldn't retain the ball, couldn't have any threat up front, no one holding the ball up, and it was backs to the walls job from there. I also felt that Parky potentially could have changed that midfield quicker. James, Dobson, O'Brien run their nuts off, having to do a really, really resilient job defensively. But for me, the steam ran out of Dobson. And that needed changing up. He changed the wing backs up. Longman came on for Barnett. McLean came on for Libby, Kakache. But still, with 85 minutes on the clock, Wrexham looked like they were going to get over the line. Wrexham looked like they were going to find a way to win 1-0 away from home, and this would have been a very resilient defensive performance. But football is a 90-minute game for a reason. And the irony of all of this is that before that second goal, the first goal went in, the free kick from Manning, Hardy had the chance to make it 2-0. One long ball flicked round, from Smith, who doesn't control it, but somehow the defender puts it in the path of Hardy. The new man breaks through one-on-one, left-footed shot, doesn't get the ball out of his feet, kicks the ball into the ground, and the Southampton goalkeeper does pull off a save to deny the one-on-one. But ultimately, Hardy was signed to take those chances. And I'm telling you, if Hardy had scored that finish on the 88th, 89th minute and go 2-0, that's it. Game's done. Southampton don't go and score those 2 goals. That finish there was a decisive moment. And if you want a harsh learning lesson from all of this, you've got to take your chances. And Southampton will look the same. Southampton will walk in and go, we need to be more clinical as a side. They've relied on 2 defenders from 2 mad moments to score. Both sides need to realise that at this level in the Championship, you need to be decisive and cynical in front of goal. Didn't happen. Cody, Brunt, Hardy. 3 absolutely godsend sitters that they should have scored. So, frustrating afternoon, really, because that loss is going to hurt more than anything. 2 late Saka punch goals. And we have to ask, the pace of this Championship is lightning. It's frightening how quick this is. Completely different to League One. You can't afford to take your foot off the gas. You can't afford to lose a lapse of concentration. And you can't afford periods of the game where you can just rely on defensively clearing the ball. And I think that's something Parky's going to have to look at. How could a Wrexham in that second half have found a way to play themselves into that second half? It was a whole different dynamic that second half. Wrexham never looked like threatening, never looked like scoring, was holding on. So that chance they did have at the end was massive. And there's positives. There's positives for sure. The positives are the Kiefer Moore and Windass are going to be a deadly duo up front. What great 2 combinations. Kiefer Moore, let's hope that injury is not too significant on his foot. I thought Danny Ward was brilliant. I thought for a majority of the game, the back 3 with Connor Cody marshalling that defence looked solid. And I think O'Brien, for me, is going to be one hell of a player. He's an engine. He's robust on the ball. He showed a real intensity and desire to arrive late at the box from wide areas when there was a ball was wide to get on the end of it. There's a lot of positives there. But ultimately, Windass scores from the penalty spot today. And Wrexham yet again struggling to score in open play, a theme that we saw in pre-season. Have to be clinical. Have to find some form in front of goal. I'm gutted. I can't believe it. And that is the brutal reality of football. It's not over till its final whistle goes. And those Wrexham fans will be travelling back up north thinking, how? How have we blown a 1-0 lead in the EFL Championship opener and ended up walking away with nothing? Madness. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions on this game today. I would love to hear it from you. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm out of here. Ta-da.